nasty. My dog be so embarrassed. That's nasty. Yes, you don't stop. You should be looking like that. Go sit down.
Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscription button to subscribe for more videos like this. And let's jump into this slay. So I did this live a couple days ago on TikTok and we are about to get into it. I'm doing my brows right now, so I'm using my Tarte Tape Shape Concealer in the shade Tan Sand to start sculpting out my brows. Alright, so now I am going in with my M173 brush to slowly start blending out that concealer. Just make sure you do not touch your brows when you are blending out your concealer. Alright, so I'm going to jump into this e.l.f. Opposite Attract palette, and I'm going to be using that gray and that dark color right there. The gray will be my transition color, and the dark color will go into my crease. Now I'm going to jump into my P. Louise Acid Rain bases. I'm going to use the white and gray to base my eyelid. Pretty much using the white in the front part of my eyelid, and I'm going to use the gray on the back end of my eyelid to give it more of a radiant effect. Now I'm going to just take a flat blending brush and blend those two colors together. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush and using that gray as a transition shade, and I'm going to start applying that in the outer corner of my eyelid and blending that above my crease. Alright, so TikTok kept cutting off my video, but this is pretty much where I put the black inside of my crease and I start blending it out with the gray. So I just used two shades for this eyelid. I used the black in my crease and I used the gray to blend it out as a transition shade. And I was pretty much cut off again, y'all. So this is me waiting patiently to see if I wanted to finish on TikTok. Be patient. TikTok is tripping. Alright, I think that was the last time it cut me off. So I started applying the white eyeshadow base in the inner corner of my eyelid and took a small shadow brush and started blending it out. Jumping into the upscale eyeshadow palette, the 18 colors of day and night, I'm going to use the color cream and start applying that on my lid. Jumping back into that gray to pretty much smooth out that cut crease because I don't want it to be sharp. I want it to be soft. So I'm going to zoom in so you can pretty much see what I see. I'm going to go in with the J. Lou Cosmetics White Gold and apply that directly on my lid. That's a game changer. Now with this loose pigment, you do not need glue, so you could just apply it directly on your shadow or on your lid or use it as a highlight. You do not need glue for it to stick. Alright, so now I'm going to just go in with a liner and just start drawing me a wing. Alright, now I'm just going to add some Pond's moisturizing cream to moisturize my face before applying my primer. Taking my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer to apply to my face. After my moisturizer starts to dry, I'm going to apply that real good, blending it into my pores. And this primer is super good because it grips your foundation. It grips your makeup very well. Alright, now I did mix two foundations. I mixed my NARS Matte Foundation in the shade Tahoe with my NARS Luminous Foundation in the shade Dark 2. And I'm going to start applying this to my skin. So I fell in love with this particular concealer. This is by Too Faced. This is Too Faced concealer, Born This Way. This is in the shade Sand, and I'm going to start applying this to underneath my eyes. I absolutely love this concealer. It's super creamy. It's full coverage. It's very thick, so it does dry down matte. So yeah, this is definitely something that I will be buying. Just like my Tarte Tape Shape Concealer, this is definitely a staple. Alright, so I went ahead and applied my lashes off camera. Now I'm just going in with my foundation brush. This foundation brush is everything. This is by Real Technique. This is actually their small liquid foundation brush, but I use this to blend out my foundation. It blends it out seamlessly. Now I'm going with my Real Technique brush and start blending out my concealer. Making sure that I don't have any harsh lines, I'm going to go over that with my foundation brush. I'm not sure what shade this is, but I'm using my Juvia's Place Shade Stick to contour my face, and I will link the shade in the description box. Alright, so I pretty much blended out the contour, and I'm now putting a brighter concealer under my eyes to give my under eye a brighter highlight. And I'm going to start blending it in. This step is definitely optional. You do not need to do this if you don't like that bright under eye, but I do, so I am doing this step. So now I'm going to take a beauty blender and blend under my eye, and then I'm placing a Sacha Buttercup setting powder directly underneath. I pretty much put it on my upper lip, on my chin, and on my forehead, as well as the bridge of my nose to set my face. After pressing it in real good, I go in with the Makeup Revolution translucent setting powder, and I place that directly on top. This is to bring out the highlight and to make sure my face is nice and set. Going in with my Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner and placing that in my waterline. Going in with my Real Technique brush and start dusting off my setting powder. Now I'm going to just spray my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Now this is the palette, my contour palette by Planet Makeup by Yolando. I'm going to start contouring my face and pretty much setting that cream contour with that. Now I'm going to go in with my bronzer palette and start bronzing my face, pretty much warming it back up. This lav was glitching so bad, but we're almost done, so I'm going to start applying my mascara to my bottom lashes. Using my Krylon setting spray to set my face. And you know this setting spray is very strong, so if you do buy this setting spray, just disclaimer, this is a very strong setting spray. It smells like alcohol, so just FYI, but it definitely makes your makeup last all day, and it is transfer proof and waterproof. Going in with my highlighter by e.l.f. I forgot the name of it, but I will link it in the description box. I'm just start applying this to my cheekbone. This is the loose highlight by Juvia's Place in the shade Cafeteria. I'm going to just apply this to my cheekbone as well. Taking the highlight palette by Beauty Bakery, and I'm going to apply that silver highlight in the inner corner of my eye as well as on my nose. Alright, so this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Espresso. I'm going to start lining my lips with this. This is a nude matte lippy by Rich Glam Cosmetics in the shade 60, I think. y'all, so this is pretty much it. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching and tuning
small,
in.
yeah.
And until the next
Yeah,
time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you on the next video.
Say hey, Dr. Ray.